What's the day of the year? Simple, simple, simple. Is it? There's one little catch here. What we need to do, well, we're going to use the date function, clearly. And then we're going to determine today's date, or whatever arbitrary date you have. And we have to set up a date that indicates the first of the year. And all we're going to do is take B5 minus the date. Date, as you know, is year, month. We're just going to grab 2029. And then we're going to grab the month. And then here is, whoops, there's no such thing as a 0 day, is there? We want to count every day of the year. We use 0. Otherwise, we'll be counting 364 days. How does it work? Well, we can go over here, and based on the date in cell B5, the output is the nth day of the year. Well, we know that. This is the nth day. The day argument of the date function is 0. The 0 says the day function. The day, remember? The day. Day argument of the date function is 0. Date has the ability to handle day values that are out of range and adjust the results accordingly. When the date function is given a year, a 1 for month, and a 0 for day, it returns the last day of the previous year. What we're looking for is we count from that last day forward. From March 22nd, if today was March 22nd, 2029, and clearly it's not, 81 days. Today's day of year, today. So this is active. Whenever you open up this particular worksheet, this number is going to change. Why? Well, because day, an active cell. So tomorrow it'll be 91. Hence, what is today? It's the 90th day. Here's the deal. Today is the 31st day of 2023. And we know it's not a leap year. Keep in mind, it only counts up to the previous day. It doesn't count the current day. That's why the 0's in here. If we change this to 12/31/2023, now it's counting 365 days, but here in the today, it's only counting. Now, let me just point some craziness here. If you happen to use that 1, if you, instead of putting 0, you're going to get a different number. So be careful here. If we use 0, it's going to show day of year. It's the 27th. Take this January 28th and minus 27, you're going to get January 1st. We're going to be off a day. Here, we just did the same thing. We're going date 2029-1 C8. It's just going to show 1/28/29, which is exactly right. Well, all we did was we added the number of days from the beginning of the year. We use the 1. We go 29, 1 D8. We're just adding this here, and you can see 127 shows up incorrectly. The point is, when you're messing around with this thing and you accidentally put a 1 here, you're going to be off by 1 day. I was just fooling around with the year frac. And you can do this, and you can play around, and here's year frac showing 93 days. Okay, if we go round, year frac, date, year B5, 10, B5 times 365. It's showing, well, it's showing 1 additional day. Let's use 0 for first day of month. Round the results. We have 92, and perhaps this should be 1, not a 1. Sorry about that. See that we're overcounting here using year frac, and we may need to round down. I guess we'd have to look at that number to see if it's rounding. Anyway, a little bit off topic, but you can play around and see the errors in my calculations. And I do this on purpose to test you guys. And then here, date 2029/2/14 minus date, just a math thing that really is meaningless. So I'm just going to delete that. Go ahead and fool around with this and find the weaknesses and the strengths. Now, let me point out, this year frac is not the tool to use. In some cases, it's correct. In some cases, it's not. Why? Well, there's a rounding error. And you're saying, well, why can't I round up, round down? Well, in some cases, it's going to be higher, not by 1, but by 2 here. And rounding is not going to work. What's the problem here? Well, I'm going to let you figure it out and determine if your frac can answer this problem. I don't think it can, because we have this rounding error. We could probably spend some time and manipulate this, but why? You can simply use this date function and just use this 0. Play around with the year frac if you have time. Come up with a different way of doing this. This may be a better solution. Brad Williams, XL Prime.